we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 171. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, executive producer, show creator, all-around great guy, and house sitting and pet sitting in Virginia Beach. That's my son, Matt.
That's me.
That's you.
My responsibilities have begun. So if anybody steals this entire house, I'm fired.
It's on you.
Yeah, it's on me. It's on me.
Now, what do you mean by stealing this house? Do you mean
they pick up this house and take it away? I did not sit on it properly, or I didn't weigh enough. So maybe I should gain some weight first.
There's a bunch of helicopters over at that Norfolk Naval Base.
They could take this. Yeah,
take you right away.
It's one of those new houses. I'm sure it just pops right up out of the ground, like a Lego house.
Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note, offer an alternative. So if you like what we do here, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings and also available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. What do you want, camera time today? What's this? Yesterday was National Puppy Day. Yesterday, okay? Even though it's still trending today, by the way. So Trish is on her way home. She was on the Boo-Boo bus last night, so I'm sure she'll pop in at any moment and gain said pup. Coming up today, we have a couple of stories for the Girl Scouts have announced that they are eliminating some badges. And, I mean, after you hear some of these, you'll think it's about time. Be careful what you teach your children if you don't want it to come back at you. That's featured in a story we call Don't Tell Me, Florida. Also today, workers returning to the office have found a surprise. That's the sticker shock of some lunches when they go out for lunch. And we have a brand new Stumpah for you today. So those stories are coming up. Good morning and welcome to a wind-swept rainy day here on the beach at Sconneck in Fairhaven. So much so that I woke up this morning, number one, and I heard the I heard the rain hitting the window, and I was like, I got to take Charlie out. I've got Charlie duties. I got to take him out. So I came downstairs this morning and I took him out. Well, I opened the door and the rain hit him right in the face and he put the brakes all four. Like, not going. So
yeah, he doesn't do bad weather.
I tried to convince him, tried to give him a little tug. I did get him down the stairs and headed toward his favorite tree to pee on. Wouldn't go.
Yeah, you can pretty much tell right away whether or not Charlie's going to go outside.
So this dude hasn't done his business since 8:30 last night. So
that's all right. Trish will take him on a 6-mile walk in the rain, and he'll go. Because Trish is insane like that.
Yeah, I don't know. How was your first night officially house sitting? My first night in a new house, when I try to sleep, is always weird because it's like, what's that? They're all different sounds.
Yeah, but I don't know if you agree. This isn't necessarily a new house because we've slept here so much at this point. This is like a second home here because we're here quite frequently. So
that's true.
The first couple, I think the last time I was house sitting, it was more weird than it is this time because it was 2 months ago I was house sitting. So.
Right. So you've been there, you've heard the sound.
Plus, I got Yoda the guard dog. You can't get within 50 yards of this house without that dog knowing. All right, so don't even try anything, all you people out there. Don't even try it, because I'll hear you coming before you even step off the plane at the airport. All right.
Wow. Yeah. And that's a half hour away.
Now the drawback to that is he barks at Amazon deliveries. He barks at the pizza guy going to 6 houses down. So there are negatives.
The Amazon deliveries I'm okay with because we're going through a spell with Charlie where he barks at everything. Yeah. And, spring's here, it's lighter later, people are walking, he's barking. Mm-hmm. So yesterday we went through a thing where, he would start barking. I get up, I come in here, and he's barking at a woman on the other side of the street who is simply, no dog. This is just a woman walking on the other side of the street down to the beach.
Yeah.
And he's barking even though she's already at the beach. And then we had the UPS man come. Then we had the mailman come. So I praised him on those. But everything else, I was like, dude, no, they're okay. We're okay.
Yeah. The only thing about the Amazon driver down here, which I guess is good because then the package is there, but they ring the doorbell.
Right.
Which sets off Yoda for 6 years. He doesn't stop barking when the doorbell goes off.
back in my raising Grampy days, I would have Liam asleep on my lap.
Yeah, Sarah was telling me that she would put up a sign back when Liam was really young.
Yeah.
And taking a nap. She would put a sign on the door that says, "Don't you dare.
Don't
you dare ring the door."
Sleeping baby
He's finally
inside.
asleep. Yeah.
Welcome to Thursday. It is March 24th already. By the way, you asked me yesterday when I said it was National Puppy Day, you asked me if there was a National Dog Day. August 26th, if you want to put it. Yeah. If you want to.
I do have one bone to pick with you.
What's up?
I received
Only
a
one?
complaint.
It's a good day.
For now. I received a complaint that said you missed World Optometry Day.
Oh.
And of course, we do have a viewer that's studying to be an optometrist. So, now what my defense for you, because of course we're on the same payroll, so naturally I have to go into defense attorney mode. Is you typically don't do world days. You do national days. Is that why?
Yeah, because as I think of it, the page that I go to, which, by the way, if you want to check it out, it's nationaldaycalendar.com. So I go to that page every weekend that I download the week. They do have a national days tab, national weeks tab, and then there's an international day tab. So
maybe you should start clicking on it.
I'm not defending myself. I'm saying I got to start checking that one. So my apologies.
Maybe just check it, and if there's anything that maybe relates to us or the people that watch, throw it in there. But yeah, so shout out to the optometrists. A day late. Yes. We're sorry.
Definitely.
It's because we couldn't read the thing because our eyes are so bad. But Tis, yeah.
I'm still waiting on my new spectacles, by the way. She said 7 to 10 business days, which I looked at.
When that seventh day comes, you're going to be calling. Excuse me.
No,
where's my glasses?
I'm not one of those. No.
Well, you're sitting here. See, this is the thing. He came home and he's like, because I also need new glasses. And he's like, well, get ready to wait like a week and a half. And I was like, isn't that normally how long you wait like that? I would expect nothing less. Pretty much. It's a pretty custom made piece of equipment. No,
right?
We want
not as custom as it's come, I think.
Yeah, so you got to wait a little bit.
So my 7 to 10 business days, I think, starts next Tuesday. So it's like Tuesday through Thursday. So
you're saying the range of days?
Yeah, the range of days when it should be available.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I wouldn't be. They do surprise you sometimes,
That's true.
And it's only 5 days. All right, let's get to it. National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day, which.
Gross.
Yeah, you don't like raisins.
I don't do raisins.
National Cheesesteak Day.
All right.
Good Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And it's also National Cocktail Day. And I did look it up as to why are they called cocktails? I mean, of all words, why is my Scotch water? And can I have a cocktail, please? And there's 3 different reasons, 3 different theories, and nobody knows which one's true. So. Anyway, that's why they're called that.
Do we get to know the theories, or we just need to look it up ourselves?
I can get
homework.
Them for
we
you.
have homework now.
I can get them for you later if you'd like.
I didn't make the show to do homework.
On the date book for today, March 24th, 1664, Roger Williams is granted a charter to colonize Rhode Island. So Gary and Emily take the day off or something. On this day in 1883, we had the first telephone call between New York and Chicago. What do you think? Debating deep dish pizza?
Maybe. Yeah. It's funny how I feel like we're getting more frequent phone call ones now since the phone has been invented in the date book.
Oh, yes.
So now I think we're going to start getting like the first ever recorded instance of phone sex happened today. Like, I don't know. Just weird stuff is about to happen.
I'll leave that one out. On this day in 1947, John D. Rockefeller Jr. donated New York City East River Site, the New York City East River Site to the UN.
You want to build a... Okay, here, take this.
On this day in 1958, Elvis Presley joined the Army. The Kennedy half dollar was first issued on this day in 1964. On this day in 1978, Wings with Paul McCartney released With a Little Luck.
Let's hear it.
I was waiting. With a little luck, we can lay it down. We can make the whole world. What could they make the whole world? I don't know. But anyway, that's my With a Little Luck.
Nice.
On this day in 1989, the Exxon tanker Valdez spilled 10.8 million gallons of crude oil in Prince William Sound in Alaska. I remember being on the radio when that happened. It was a F's. On this day in 1999, The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves, premieres. Never seen it.
I've seen the first one. I forgot to finish the other ones.
So I think that's the one.
And now there's the new one out. I gotta watch. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. On this day in 2005, the U.S. version of The Office with Steve Carell and John Krasinski premieres. On this day in 2005. And on this day in 2019, the New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski announced his retirement as a 3-time Super Bowl winner.
Liar.
How'd that turn out, huh?
Now he's toying with people. He knows that everybody wants to know, so he's holding on to that information.
Can you picture him doing anything else? You know,
no. I mean, he's making TikToks like gloating about how he hasn't told people yet.
That's Rob. Right?
That's Gronk.
Celebrity birthdays on this. Tommy Hilfiger, the designer, is 71. Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory is 49.
Great
and quarterback Peyton Manning is 46 today. All right, that's it as far as the date book and birthdays. Who do we have in the chats this morning?
Let's see. That's why I always forget to say sing it, because I'm already reading the chats.
Okay.
Let's see. Dana's here. He says, Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Dana.
Vertical says, taking coffee? No?
There we go. Emily says, good morning. Today is my Friday. Me and Gary are off tomorrow to celebrate his birthday. Let's go. Is his birthday tomorrow, or is it like over the weekend or something? When's his birthday? I need to know.
We need to know.
Mia's here. Good morning, Mia.
Good morning, Mia.
Gail's here. Good morning. And yeah, Pete,
what?
hold up your tablet, the back of your tablet, for everyone to see.
Did I do it?
You did it. We've been waiting for this day. We knew it would happen. It was your own daughter that called you out. She said, Kat says, Dad, your cover is upside down.
They really have been waiting for me to... Who had March 24th in the pool?
I think we all had like the second day of you having that in the pool. So we all lost. But
by the way...
But it happened.
Speaking of Kat, a follow-up from yesterday, we had asked Kat about the high school spring sports when it gets cold. Like, is there a point where they call it off? She said there are many different rules. Like, if it's 32 degrees, they can only be out so long before they have to have a break, mandatory break to go in and warm up. And they can only be out so long before they need a break. At 20 degrees, an outside game or practice is canceled.
Gotcha.
So there's probably more rules.
That's when they move into the gym.
That's it.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Dana says, I hope my Braley gets home safe. There's a whole lot of stupid on the road today. When isn't there? You know what I'm saying? You basically, to pass your driving test, you should just be able to identify stupid that happens on the road, because then you'll be safe.
Or prove that you remember how to drive in the rain.
That's a good point, yeah.
It hasn't rained here in maybe, 4 or 5 days. And all of a sudden it's raining today, and people are like, oh, my God, it's raining.
That's like the snow. When people from New England don't know how to drive in the snow, it's like, what are we doing, you know?
And that first snowfall, it's like half the people forgot.
Yeah. And last thing here, Diane says, good morning, squad. On my way to 2 follow-up appointments. We'll have to catch the entire show later, like I did last night. I assume I got bumped off the Stumpah leaderboard, so my answer for today is Steve. We'll see. We'll see if that works.
Someday it's going to work, right?
And Gary's birthday is tomorrow, so we gotta remember.
Shout out to Gary tomorrow. We'll do it.
Yes. All right.
That's like when you play Wordle, you know? It's like you got to get that first, it's like someday your first word, whatever it may be, though I think most of us now rotate a few, but I think someday your word's going to come out, You're going to get it on the first guess.
It happened to Gary. Gary got it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you say most of us rotate a few words. You only do that because I do that.
I don't know. I'm always seeing articles.
You did the same word until I started telling you that I do different words. Yeah. Back to you.
It's to the point where Kat just laughs when the two of us are together, and she says, you guys, God, I'm not getting involved. All right, in the news today, let's get to it. Ashley Barty, the world's top-ranked women's tennis player, made a stunning announcement Tuesday night. She's retiring from the sport of tennis at the age of 25. The Australian tennis star, who was a 3-time Grand Slam champion and just won the Australian Open 2 months ago, made her surprising announcement in an Instagram video saying, today is difficult and filled with emotion for me as I announce my retirement from tennis. Barty also mentioned that she had been thinking about retirement for a few years, especially after she won Wimbledon last year. Kind of sounds like she's won everything, so like what else does she have to prove? She said it was getting to the point where more and more she just did not have the physical drive, the emotional want, and kind of everything it takes to challenge yourself at the very top level anymore. Nicolas Cage admits that he did a ton of video-on-demand movies in the last few years to pay off his debts. Following such box office bombs as The Sorcerer's Apprentice and Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Nick got into pretty big financial trouble. He blew his $150 million fortune, and he owed the IRS $6.3 million. So the Oscar winner...
I just want to know how. What do you spend that much money on?
I know, huh?
Interesting.
Cars, trips, I don't know. The Oscar winner took every role he could. Cage said he refused to file bankruptcy. Instead, he starred in every video-on-demand movie that was offered to him. But he insists he never took on a role that he didn't believe in. So he wants you to know he didn't do...
He had to add that last part. This whole article is about how he just took on whatever movie came his way because he needed the money. And then at the end, he's like, by the way, I believed in every part. It's like,
trust me.
Did you?
We have an update on the Rachel Zegler story. She is going to the Oscars, after all. This is the West Side Story star. She revealed that she had not been invited to the ceremony. So there was a lot of backlash on social media. The Academy has righted the wrong, and they have asked the actress to be a presenter. West Side Story is up for Best Picture. Rachel's not nominated, though. Maybe that's why she was left off.
Now, is that kind of bittersweet now, though? Because you're like, it's kind of like a pity invite now. They were like, "Oh, we messed up, and everybody on social media is mad. Let's make her a presenter." It's like
Trish is here, by the way.
Oh, what's up, Trish?
He knows I am.
Well, at least you're prepared this time.
Matt just said, "What's up, Trish?"
My name's not Trish.
There it is.
Dana also said in the chat that he hoped you got home safely because there was a lot of stupid out there.
I did, yeah.
Would you agree there was a lot of stupid on the roadway?
It must have just been for him. It wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Just your kind of stupid, Dana, out there.
How was your night?
Just for you.
Okay. She is currently yawning, stretching, and saying, "We went out a couple of times." So,
eat some breakfast, take a nap, Trish. Make Pete do everything.
She's got her big, bright yellow
jacket on.
Yeah, jacket on. She just zipped it up, so I think Charlie's about to get wet.
Oh, all right. Well, good thing Charlie has a rain jacket.
True, he does have a rain. LL Bean rain jacket, right, for Charlie? Yep. All right.
Yep.
I'll see you after the show, buddy. All right. Back to the news this morning. The Love Boat will be making another run. This time is a reality dating series. Now, this is for the audience my age. Love Boat used to be on, Friday nights on ABC? Variety reports that CBS and its sister Australian broadcaster network have both ordered local versions of The Real Love Boat, set to air in the U.S. and Australia later this year. According to the logline, The Real Love Boat brings singles together to cruise the Mediterranean on a luxury cruise ship while looking for love. Destination dates, challenges, and surprise singles will test the couple's compatibility and chemistry. What do you think that means by surprise singles will test the couple's compatibility and chemistry? I read that line, I'm like, what, are they going to fly in an X?
Maybe, or like just random, very attractive people will flirt with them.
Yeah, send somebody in to try to break it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the 1970s show, Princess Cruise Lines will serve as the setting for the scripted series. So later this year.
I didn't get a call to be a single, so I don't know what's up with that.
Well, you were traveling, so
they must have not had my agent's number or something.
You do have one number. So.
Yeah.
The NCAA tournament returns today. It is the start of the Sweet 16. There are 4 games today and 4 tomorrow. I think the Providence College Friars play tomorrow, but don't trust me on that. I haven't looked it up. Let's see what else. Tomorrow, Purdue's matchup against the Cinderella team St. Peter's Peacocks will take place. The 15th seed knocked off Kentucky in their first game, then Murray State, and they're hoping for another big upset against Purdue. The team from the small New Jersey University has gotten more attention than they could ever have imagined, especially junior guard Doug Edert. He's the guy with the mustache who's had a great tournament off the bench, and he's become a fan favorite. And his newfound fame is paying off. Edert has signed an NIL, the name, image, likeness deal. He signed a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings. He says, hey, it's all fun. I love it. I love the attention. It's really awesome. So go St. Peter's. Also, the Indiana cheerleader that rescued the ball last Thursday, she's also signed a deal to make some money. Matt has the video in case you didn't see what happens in this basketball game. So check this out.
Or maybe he's got to go on Vern's shoulders.
We got Toss holding Pfeiffer. Kelly is not tall enough. Major issues here in Portland.
Why don't we get a new ball?
Yeah, why don't the cheerleaders, they're used to going up high. Let's get get the cheerleader up. Get her up there. This is how you do it. Give her the mob. Now she's got it. Oh, what a play. The cheerleader saves the day. And that's her one shining moment. This place is on its feet.
I mean, the best part is the crowd reaction.
Yes. That was Cassidy Cerny. She signed a deal this week with the sports apparel company Breaking Tea for a T-shirt that commemorates the moments. It says, the cheerleader saves the day, as you heard from CBS's Andrew Catalon during his call of the moment.
Yeah, that was quite the play-by-play of the event.
I gotta love it when announcers, because I've been in the booth, I've been in games. I love it when they go off script like that. Like there's a great call of, I think, a cat getting on the field, and Kevin Harlan does play-by-play of the whole security getting the cat. It's hilarious. We have good news for short people this morning. They have a better chance of making it to the Rockettes. The dance troupe, which has wowed millions over the years, is about to open auditions, believe it or not, in March for the 2022 Christmas Spectacular. And they have changed the lower height requirement. The Rockettes have a window of acceptable heights, so their routines all look balanced on stage. But this year they dropped the low bar from 5'6" to 5'5". The tallest dancer still cannot exceed 5'10" and a half. But if you're 5'5", you can now try out for the Rockettes. That's it for the news today. Shall we move on to a brand new Stumpah?
Ooh, shall we?
Stumpah. Emily got it yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
First win for Emily.
Magic 8 ball, bowling pin, pool cue cannot be taken on an airplane.
Yes.
Weapons. All right, today's question. 17% of us have had this happen in a romantic relationship. A number that doubles among millennials. What do you think it is? 17% of us have had this happen in a romantic relationship. A number that doubles among millennials. What is it? So give us your answer in the chats if you are watching live today.
And it's day one, so no hints.
No hints.
No hints.
Can I tell you that I almost gave one? I don't know why.
I'm going to choke slam you.
Today's fascinating facts while we wait for answers. Did you know there are 4 babies born every second? 4, 8, 12. Every second
That's as high as he can go.
Every second, we welcome 4 new babies into the overall population. If you do a little math, you'll find out that means there are approximately 250 births each minute, 15,000 each hour, and 360,000 each day. Wow, that's around the world, of course. But, man, when you think about the numbers, that's crazy.
We need to have a private Stumpah meeting, so I'm going to mute our mics and make sure you cover your mouth.
Make sure I cover my mouth? Okay.
Yes. We'll be back in just a sec.
Okay.
We're back.
I hope that worked, by the way, because
If not, we gave away the answer.
you just heard the whole thing.
Actually, we didn't give away the answer.
No, we didn't say it. No,
we never said it. Yeah.
17% of us have had this happen in a romantic relationship, a number that doubles among millennials. What do you got?
Emily says cheated on.
No. Sorry, I forgot to.
Abby says broken up with over the phone. We're going to say close, but you need to be more specific.
Yeah, true.
Dana says farting. No, not it. Gail says got married.
Got 17%. No.
Val says two answers. She says cheating and crabs. No.
Ooh.
Let's see. Mia says have had their risque photos shared with others by a significant other.
What?
No.
No.
Not it. Not
No.
it. Abby says move in together to save money.
No.
Gail says gotten pregnant.
No.
Nope. Abby says diseases.
You see, where are we going with this? No.
Reread the question. Do these even make sense?
17% of us have had this happen in a romantic relationship, a number that doubles among millennials. Get a disease?
I guess those do make sense. Justice says break up and got back together.
No.
Abby says live with in-laws for financial reasons.
Hey, good. I can see that
Good
happening
guess.
a lot, but not what we're looking for.
Abby says taking ... photos for the significant other. No. Not it. Abby says broken up with over text.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Congratulations,
and,
Abby.
And I'm happy Abby got it after she got broken up with over the phone. Because a lot of the times the person that sets up everybody else doesn't get it.
They don't get it.
So I'm
Such a
happy.
smart-
I'm happy that Abby could get it again. Because a lot of people. Let's see. A lot of Gary said it. Emily said it. Val said it. Mia said it.
Wow.
And so everyone said it, but Abby was the first.
Abby
one,
was
so.
the first one on his screen, so that's what we
Yes.
go with.
So
Congratulations,
Abby got the
Abby, getting up
Yes.
on the winning board there.
Justin said broken up with through social media. I wonder if that's happened. Wow. Like a DM or like you tweeting at that person, like at Vanessa Hudgens. Sorry, babe, just didn't work out, and everybody gets to see it.
Or you putting it on like a public page. Yeah, well, same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So 17% of us have had this happen in a romantic relationship. Getting dumped via text is the answer.
Which makes sense. That's a good guess for it doubles among millennials. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's a good
think
guess.
of. I mean, obviously,
if you've ever broken up with someone over text,
back in my dating game, there was no
gonna say no.
text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to send a letter.
No, I mean, come on. You actually face the person face to face.
Oh no, I was just saying if you were doing a written one for you,
yes.
it would have had to be a letter, or maybe a postcard.
Pony Express, right? Maybe.
Yeah, because you didn't have email, right, when you were a kid back in the 1800s.
No, there was no. Back in the 1970s. Okay,
You still didn't have email.
Okay, no, I did not.
No.
Hey, did you say the guy who invented and is it GIF or GIF? I always heard it was GIF.
I think the actual pronunciation is GIF.
Is it really?
I prefer GIF, but
The guy who
the
created
creator, he came out and said, I'm pretty sure he said it was GIF.
He also died yesterday.
Oh, what?
Hats off
that
to
was
the
a
man.
weird setup.
Hats off to the man who gave us the GIF.
Well, hopefully we can find out the right way to say it, and we can say it the right way in his honor. Yes.
Yeah, get it right from now on.
Yes.
Let's see what's going on this Thursday. I mentioned the Girl Scouts retiring some badges. They just celebrated their 110th anniversary, and for almost as long, the organization has been presenting their members with badges to recognize their accomplishments at learning specific tasks. But times change, and in that century plus, so has the role that women play in the world. The Girl Scouts have stepped up, and according to Mental Floss, they have scrapped 10 badges that they've been retired due to irrelevance. You want to know what the 10 are? There was a badge for good grooming. It focused on hygiene, good grooming, and appropriate attire. They got rid of that one. There was a badge for folk dancing. This was so short-lived that there's little info on the dances that they actually had to learn. There was a badge for being a minstrel. cadets were required to learn 2 American folk songs, 2 global folk songs, and 4 other tunes.
That was a thing?
That was.
I got my badge for being a minstrel.
Okay. There was a badge for being a laundress, washing, ironing, starching clothes. Does anybody starch clothes anymore?
What did that do? Like, what was the purpose of that?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like it made your collar stay loose.
Oh, yeah. I see, like, people do that with jeans. Like, I think, don't people that work on farms do that with jeans?
I don't know.
Because I just remember seeing funny videos of people would starch jeans and they would stand up, like, by themselves.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There used to be a badge for pioneering, which I don't think is too bad. It taught survival skills, including building a shelter, how to tie knots, building a fire, purifying water, basic cooking.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that one
went
away.
There was a badge for being a dairy maid, churning butter, testing cow's milk, cleaning the utensils to milk a cow, along with raising, killing, and serving poultry.
Jeez.
Oh, well.
That would kind of scar the kids now.
These are Girl Scout badges that they've finally done away with. One was matron housekeeping. All the things required to maintain a home. Cleaning, polishing, sweeping, choosing meat, poultry, fruits, and vegetables, and knowing how to purchase dry goods. Ready for the next one? Being a gypsy. There used to be a badge to be a gypsy. All things hiking, including how to dress appropriately, how to build a fire and cook over it, what to pack and how to use it, basic first aid, along with songs to sing and games to play. You had me till the last 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of those don't seem bad. Like, first aid seems pretty good. That, if I had to guess, though, I don't know if this article mentioned it, they probably, like, just changed some of these like, I bet that one just became like a first aid badge.
Okay.
Which
yeah,
is
it doesn't
good.
say, but that's a good point. Number 9, there used to be a badge called Oil Up. I was like, what? It's about oil spills, how oil spills happen and how they affect the world and wildlife. And I don't see why that's not still needed.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And the final one was there used to be a law and order patch that talked about polygraph testing, DNA testing, fingerprinting, mock trials, and also crime and justice slumber parties.
What is that?
On that last one, I have nothing.
That just sounds weird.
Any former Girl Scouts that can chime in on what the...
Did you have a crime and justice slumber party?
Slumber party?
That's weird.
Is that where you
stay up watching CSI all night? I don't know.
True crime podcast or something. So yeah, maybe. The Girl Scouts coming around to the coming day.
Justin said, "What about the elderly assistance badge?" Of course, referencing up.
Is that the Pete assistant badge? Huh?
Oh, see, you're rationing yourself now. That's great. You're rationing on yourself. Dana says we starch our dress white shirts for the boo boo bus.
Oh, okay.
So riddle me this though, Dana. Do you guys walk around like this all the time? Because you can't move in them? Or do you just do the collar? I mean, you know.
I would think, yeah, it's going to lose its shape, right, over the years.
Abby says, not as common anymore, but yes, farmers do, about starching.
Starching jeans? Okay.
What's the point of it? Does it make them, like, stronger?
I
don't know. That just feels uncomfortable, like starching jeans. You just can't move.
I would think maybe it makes them last longer, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. It is time for Don't Tell Me, Florida. Yeah, here we go. Parents do some things that make their children good role models, we hope. We try to show ourselves as good role models so the kids will, see that and learn from it. Sometimes other things happen that might set a bad example for the kids. Take Florida mom Kristen Wiley, for instance. She has taught her 9-year-old son the importance of being honest, especially to police officers. That might be something she wishes she hadn't done. The 49-year-old was pulled over after nearly hitting a police car that was on the side of the road. The cops caught up to her and quickly noticed her eyes were red and she smelled of alcohol. They also noticed her son was in the back seat, crying and not wearing a seatbelt. When asked if she had been drinking, Wiley responded, "No." That's when her son in the back seat chimed in and said, "Mom, you can't lie to the police. You did drink."
Good for you, kid.
He then went on to say that she had been drinking at a party and that he was very scared and kept telling her to slow down. Wiley was arrested and charged with DUI, child abuse, and resisting police. I don't know how she resisted them except lied, but...
Well, we don't know what happened after the lie.
You can picture a little... Does it say how old the child... No, it doesn't say how old the boy is. But all of a sudden, have you been drinking? No.
Mommy, you can't lie to the police.
It's like...
Kids always tell the truth.
Always. There used to be a TV show back in... And I don't remember it. Back in the 60s or 50s? It was Kids Say the Darndest Things with Art Linkletter. Yeah, he used to ask them questions, and they would give him honest answers,
Yep.
And it was the funniest thing. Have another puppy story for you today. I know yesterday was National Puppy Day, but it's not hard to tell when a dog likes you, right? The licks, the wags, and all that. But maybe your dog is a little more shy. So if you need some clues about your pup's feelings, consider these pointers from purewow.com. Number 1, they sleep next to you. Bingo. Charlie last night was in, I was sleeping on my side, so he was in a little, what do you call it, little spot behind my knees.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't move. The alarm went off this morning. I had to get up, and I'm like, could you, excuse me? And then he finally moved when, like, my leg kind of touched his side. But he just loves that.
Yeah, he's kind of a drama queen when he sleeps. He makes the calls.
Paws up.
He tells you where he's going, and you gotta adapt.
So yeah, your dog loves you if they sleep next to you. Canines, even when asleep, protect themselves from potential predators. Sleep is vulnerable. So if your dog chooses to sleep with you or next to your bed, this means they trust you and you're basically a pack member. Well, that's good. He accepts me.
There we go. Yeah.
If they try to herd you, I haven't seen this happen, but herding breeds care about their charges and they don't want anyone to get lost. At the very least, this means your dog is observant and notices where you or your kids move, and he wants to protect you, so he goes with you. Does your dog make eye contact? Charlie does sometimes, and that's spooky. It's like he's looking into your soul or something.
Yeah, me and Charlie have staring contests.
Do you?
Yeah.
Dogs will make direct and prolonged eye contact with you if they feel safe around you. The American Kennel Club says all types of dogs lock eyes to figure out what's going on with us. They're literally trying to read our minds. How about this one? Your dog loves you if he or she brings you gifts. Unlike cats, who tend to present family members with small creatures, found a mouse, dogs will do this with toys. What's sweet about this behavior is your dog's interest in you. They want you to pay attention to them. They want to play with you. Charlie did this last night about 8:30. I'm trying to clean up the house, straighten everything out, go upstairs and read for a bit.
He's trying to watch TV is the truth.
No, I had finished. I finished watching Inventing Anna last night. Really recommend it.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. But no, I was getting I was putting my leftover dishes in the dishwasher and all. I'm trying to get and he keeps bringing me toys like playtime. Like no, bedtime.
Did you play with him earlier? You got to play with him earlier.
I guess that's where I went wrong. I should not have been watching the show, right?
Pete. My poor buddy Charles just wants to play.
Okay. And finally, if your dog follows you around, if your dog follows you everywhere, which he does with Trish, right? If
he
your
does
dog
with me too. He likes me just as much as Trish. I don't get the credit I deserve here.
I know he likes you, he likes me, he likes Cat.
Yeah, sure. You can convince yourself that he likes you, but
if Mom gets up to go check the mail, he's got to go. If Mom gets up to move the laundry, wash or dry, he's got to go. He's got to go everywhere Mom goes. So, yeah, if he follows you, that's a sign they trust you, they love you, and you make them feel safe. So there you go. Did I leave anything out? You can let us know in the chats if you're watching this live or drop a comment.
Trish told me that if they, this goes along with sleeping next to you, but if they lay on their back, like belly up, I guess that's a serious sign that they trust you.
Yeah, because
it's a very vulnerable position for them.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So that is true.
And I can't tell you how many times I wake up when you guys aren't there and Charlie is passed out, belly up.
Belly up.
Oh,
Belly
yeah.
up. Time for today's random question. And today's question is, what fictional character would you most like to be friends with? What fictional character would you most like to be friends with? Harry Potter? Something like that?
See, I'd be careful with the Harry Potter one, because let's be honest, if you're friends with Harry Potter, you're getting into some crap, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be fighting some people.
They got into some heavy stuff, didn't they?
Yes. Harry's a good guy. I don't know if I'd want that every day in my life.
So what do you think? What fictional character would you most like to be friends with?
That's tough.
Kat was over yesterday, and when I discovered this question, and I think the thing I told her was, I'd like to be Goofy. Mickey Mouse?
You'd like to be friends with Goofy? Or you would like to be Goofy?
No, what fictional character? Yeah, I'd like to be friends with Goofy.
Gotcha.
It seems like it would be such a fun day, don't you think?
Seems like a pretty goofy guy, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, I told Liam when he was going down to Disney World, I said, could you please figure it out for me? Ask around, Why is Pluto on all fours on a chain and Goofy drives a car? They're both dogs. I have never been able to figure this out.
Maybe they're at different points in their evolutionary paths, I guess. I don't know. Goofy's a little bit more advanced. That's not really how evolution works, but maybe it does in the cartoon world.
Are we talking mixed timelines again, like we were the other day?
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. Because, Goofy can talk. Pluto can just bark, right?
That's it. I don't get it.
Doesn't make any sense. By the way, we do have an update on Liam. I guess he wasn't a fan of the Mickey wake up call today. I guess the Mickey wake up call scared him.
Did it really?
Yeah. What is that? Does Mickey call your room?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I guess he was a little scared by that. So Tara's hoping the rest of the day is up from there.
We are curious to see how he's going to be when he meets Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey's always near the front, I guess, when the park opens, Magic Kingdom opens. So they want to go. It's his hero, man, to see Mickey.
Hopefully he enjoys it. I'm worried. Yeah. I'm a little worried he might be scared by it.
Yeah.
Because it must be a little bit intimidating meeting a life-size, 6 foot tall Mickey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully he enjoys it. And hopefully we get videos of it. We do have some answers though.
Okay.
Let's see. Abby says currently watching A Million Little Things, so I'd say Gary from that show. I don't know that show. Is Gary a good guy? Is he cool?
By the way, I did look up the movie that Gail mentioned yesterday. I forgot the name of it, but it's the story of
Gifted Hands, I think.
Thank you. It's the story of Ben Carson, who was he like a brain surgeon or something? He then went into politics, and he died from complications from COVID. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but the story's about his life, and it's got like a 95% recommendation. So, I don't know if that's Rotten Tomatoes giving that room, but somebody said like it's 95% good. So,
Abby says no one from Grey's Anatomy though. Too much drama and major traumatic events. Yeah. Same thing as I feel like same thing as a lot of shows. Harry Potter, but like Marvel movies would be great. But they always get into some stuff that you may not want to be a part of.
And could you survive that stuff? No. There's no way you can survive.
I would be the Avengers cheerleader, like cheering them on virtually via Zoom from very far away.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be me. Dana says Magnum PI just for the Ferrari.
Yes. There you go. I'm with you.
Justin says Grogu from The Mandalorian.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I'm surprised Justin didn't say an anime character just to mess with me so I didn't know how to read it. Yeah. Gail says different breeds, Goofy and Pluto. Yeah, but in real life, you got different breeds, but they all walk on 4 feet and bark.
I know, right?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. By the way, Gail did say Aladdin's genie. That would be a good one.
That'd be cool. 10,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck.
Yeah, Gary said Groot. That's true, but wouldn't it get a little bit annoying, the whole I am Groot conversation going over and over and over again?
I am Groot.
Yeah.
Justin said I let you off today. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What was the raccoon in that movie?
Rocket.
Rocket would be cool. Rocket would be cool to be friends with, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, he's always getting into trouble though. So I mean, it just depends what you want. Do we get some sort of superpower in these in these situations? You know, like if I'm friends with Harry Potter, do I at least get a wand?
That would be important to know. You're right.
Yeah. Anyway,
I saw an interview, by the way, yesterday. I don't know what I was doing, but I guess I was on YouTube going back over our show. But whatever. I went down the Yoo-hoo rabbit hole, as you like to call it.
The Yoo-hoo rabbit hole.
YouTube rabbit hole.
He was just drinking Yoo-hoos.
Which is, the YouTube rabbit hole is when you just video after video after video.
That's when Dana says you learn how to ride a giraffe eventually.
Could be.
Yep.
So it was an interview with Emma Watson just as they were filming the last movie. So the interview took place in London, but it was about, what's it going to be like not seeing everybody, and she talked about the scene where she and Rupert had to kiss. And she said it was so awkward. She said the good thing is she got to close her eyes, for the kiss, so she didn't have to look at him. But she said the minute she opened her eyes, they just both went, Puh! Because she said it was like kissing your brother. I'm kissing my brother, but I got to make it look romantic. So
let me tell you why I'm aggravated.
Why?
Number one, that's it was a great interview. I also saw that interview because it was in the Harry Potter special, which I said, hey, you and Trish should watch the Harry Potter special, and you were like, nah. And now you're like, oh, I'm Pete. I went on this wonderful YouTube rabbit hole because I'm so curious and intelligent, and I found this interview of this secret information that not all of you get to see. But the true Harry Potter fans already watched the reunion special, already heard about the Kiss story. So I'll wait for an apology.
Sorry, Matt.
Thank you.
Am I done? Are you done now?
Are you done with your shenanigans? Just watch the special. Stop thinking you're better than everybody else.
I never said I didn't want to watch it, did I? It's probably your mom.
You did. The day it came out, I said, hey, you and Trish should watch it tonight.
And what did I say?
You said no.
I have no memory of such event.
Whatever.
So many workers have returned to the office after 2 years away, and they're finding a big surprise waiting for them. A huge increase in lunch prices. May not be happening in your town, but the Wall Street Journal did some poking around, and they found restaurants in dozens of big city business districts have hiked prices a lot. The biggest 12-month increase since 1981, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The average price of a wrap is up 18% since last March. Sandwiches are up 14%. Salads have gone up by 11%. Burgers cost an average of 8% more as of March 1st. A tech company employee in Chicago told the Wall Street Journal that a $9 sandwich from a local chain now costs $15 or $16. And he adds, but what am I going to do? Not eat something? And don't think bringing lunch from home will save you. Grocery store prices are up 8.6% from last year, according to government stats. You knew they were going to make their money back, right? I mean, these places that survived the pandemic, they were going to get their money back somehow. But I don't know. Have you noticed this?
It's time for the ramen noodle diet, everybody. Ramen noodles and Spam.
Wait a minute, though. I like both. I don't think I've ever put them together.
I personally wouldn't. That sounds disgusting. I was just joking.
I'll have to try it.
Okay.
I'll have to try it.
Not for Foodie Friday. That could be a Pete excursion.
Yeah, by the way, we don't have Foodie Friday today because we're 500 miles apart, I think.
And Pete's lazy and didn't go do one by himself.
You always film it. How would that work?
You got an iPhone.
Just use my iPhone, shoot the video to you, and you can edit it. Is that how it goes?
Well, you could edit it. You know what? I'm on vacation.
All right, Kat, we got to go somewhere today. If you're still with us, we got to go somewhere.
And we got to YouTube how to edit a video.
You know, we could do a chain. You know, you go to down there and I go to up here.
Okay, you're giving me 1 day's notice. This is the thing about Pete.
I need this by tomorrow.
Pete is filled with great ideas, but he tells me either like a day before the show or sometimes 3 minutes before the show. I told this story yesterday. Hey, I got some great pictures and videos. He told me that at 7:58. The show starts at 8.
I believe I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe I did.
you did. And you always have great ideas. You're like, hey, Foodie Friday for tomorrow. We should do this place in Boston. Like, what? Like, how am I supposed to get that done?
Yeah.
Hey, if we film Sib's trivia today, can you edit it and have it in time for yesterday? Is that possible?
It only takes you how long to edit one Sib's
It
trivia?
takes me like 3 hours to edit Sib's trivia. He's like, hey, if we record it real quick before the show at like 7:30, could you get that ready for us? This guy.
See how much faith I have in you? See how much trust I have in your abilities?
Is it trust or is it ignorance?
Not buying it?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Finally, this morning, I have a story from Reddit where we ask, what would you do? Here's the situation. There's a woman who's been working in her office for a few years. She helped to stock the break room. She went out and bought a coffee maker, which I assume is a Keurig because she bought Keurig cups. She bought cream. She bought sugar. She bought everything for the break room. But now she's accepted a new job. And she was beginning to move her things out of the office when she was hit with a tough realization. Will her soon-to-be ex-coworkers hate her if she takes the Keurig with her?
That's tough.
Should she take it anyway, since she's leaving and she paid for it? What would you do? I would think I'd leave it. I mean, you know.
If I bought it for like the kitchen or whatever, I'd probably leave. I mean, first off, don't go. I mean, to some extent, do something nice, but when it comes to like a big company, don't spend your own money to buy a big company stuff. If you can, make the big company do it. If you want to buy yourself a coffee thing for like your office, whatever, you know, but don't buy like a thing that the company should be buying, you know,
True.
Especially something expensive like a coffee maker. But yeah, I would think if you bought it for everyone, I'd probably leave it.
Anybody else have a? I do have a follow-up on this one. You know,
Gail says leave it. Leave the Keurig.
Leave it?
Probably,
Yeah.
right? Because that'd be really awkward to take it with you. Or if you're close with everyone, maybe ask, like, hey, like, would you guys mind if I took it? But if you're not close with everyone, I'd probably leave it.
right.
Yeah.
A lot of these, you know, am I the a-hole stories, I never know how they turn out. But I can tell you this one did have a happy ending. Apparently, her boss said, leave the Keurig, but he gave her the company credit card to go pick out whatever coffee maker she wanted as a
That's
replacement.
awesome.
So that's
awesome.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I never expect anyone to ever do something like that. So that's cool that
That's a
happened.
great boss.
Yeah. Now, another what would you do? You have the company credit card. Do you buy a better coffee maker for yourself? Or do you buy the same exact one? What do you do? What are you doing? I would think the same exact one, but
I would.
I mean, you got the company credit card. Do you get if you got the base Keurig, do you go for the, like, maybe the step up? Company's paying for it. A little goodbye gift for yourself, you know?
I would buy the same one, or if it wasn't available anymore, just buy the next level, you know?
Yeah. Val says, why does she care? And yes, they will. You bought it for everyone. How old is it? I
Only
don't know
a
if it
couple
says-
years, I guess.
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did buy it for everyone, so I feel like no one could really fight you on that, could you?
For what,
If you-
leaving it, or?
No, for taking it. I mean, I don't really know, but I'd probably leave it. Abby says I'd leave it. Well, depends on terms of how I was leaving. I can be petty, she says in all caps. That's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah, right.
Val says, good boss would have said, take the maker and buy employees a new one. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? That the boss did it the other way. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, I feel like the
Good point.
Typical way would be take your own that you bought with your money. We'll get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
But I mean, hey, it was a good on the boss. Maybe it was a farewell present.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That'll do it for today. Stay tuned, please, for the post show. That's where we can catch up on any chats we might have missed, and also just to hang out for a bit. If you do have to go, we'd leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is: be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room. Comes from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, by the way. All right, stand by. The post show is coming up next.
We back.
Hello. I apologize for not having the information when I brought up the story this morning, but
you should apologize.
Yes. The creator of the GIF or GIF has died. He was known as Stephen Wilhite. He died at the age of 74. It was a sudden death, so the family is upset by it. I'm trying to find the part. He once told the Daily Dot in a rare interview that I think the first GIF was a picture of a plane. It was a long time ago. The compressed format of the GIF allowed slow modem connections of the 1980s to transfer images more effectively. The animation feature was added in an updated version of the GIF file format. I got to see if it says if it's GIF or GIF.
I'm pretty sure he said it was GIF, if I remember correctly.
Oh, here it is. In 2013, the Webby Awards honored Wilhite with a Lifetime Achievement Award. He played a GIF at his acceptance speech, which iterated the pronunciation is GIF, not GIF. Okay.
There it is.
Hear me.
There it is. All right, we do have some listener Don't Tell Me Florida stories.
Oh, great.
For the first time ever, I think.
I
Gary
like it.
said, apparently a man in Florida said that his wife was taken by holograms, and when police arrived to comfort him, he got very agitated they didn't believe him. Do we know it couldn't happen? You know?
True. We don't know, but...
Do we know?
How will you take... Oh, so holograms showed up and took her.
Yeah.
So a hologram was able to touch another person, grab her, and take her away.
That's true, because holograms, well, at least the holograms from movies...
You can walk right through them.
You go through them. Yeah. Interesting. And Justin says, Don't Tell Me Florida story as well. Doing construction on my street, big orange construction cones all over. You can't miss them. Some guy was speeding, ran over 3. One was stuck in his truck, and it started smoking. Oh. Yeah, people go speeding by Justin's house. We'll be playing some video games, and I hear them, and it literally sounds like it's outside my window because it's that loud. It's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
We also have some soccer talk. We got a USA men's national team going tonight against Mexico. By the way, isn't that game at like 10 o'clock? Is that true? I think I saw it was at 10 o'clock tonight.
Depends where it's being played, right?
True. Let's see. Gary asked who Justin has. Justin says, we probably won't play our strongest lineup, and Mexico is tough, so Mexico, but I think U.S. still has a good chance. Interesting.
All right.
Let's see.
Can I
back to the Florida story real quick. Justin said he pulled off to the side and got out as the car was still rolling. Managed to get the cone out of his front end and drove away while the car was still rolling.
Rolling the whole time.
You got some characters down there.
So what was it? Saturday we were watching the Rebs game. They were playing Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, what's up with the flopping, man? I mean, I guess soccer is it's like LeBron James, but the next level, you know?
Oh, Peter. Guy watches one soccer game. 10:15 p.m., even worse. I got to stay up so late tonight. Tomorrow's show, I'm going to be sitting here with my eyes barely open. Yeah. I'm waiting for Justin's answer, Pete. Let's see what he has to say to you.
What's up with the flopping?
Your big concern over flopping.
Well, they're obviously trying to get an advantage, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get the other guy penalized, give him a yellow card, whatever, get a penalty shot out of it. But
very key part of the game.
Man, you watch this and you're like, does anybody believe he got hurt? You know, I mean, come on.
Sometimes, see, this is the thing though. You were watching the game and you were like, oh, there's another flop, and then they show the replay and the dude got his leg like cleated so hard, and I was like, see, they're not always flopping there, Pete. Sometimes they're flopping. Sometimes they're definitely flopping.
Yeah.
I don't know if Justin's here to defend the flopping.
Defend the flop?
I don't know if Gary wants to step in. Gary, why do they flop? Somebody help.
Why do they
Pete.
flop? Am I right? It's to somehow gain an advantage, I would think.
Yeah, it's a key part of the game. You're trying to get a penalty. Plus, if you flop well enough, the other player can get a card. If they get a red card, they're out, so you got a man advantage, Pete. I mean, there's a lot to it there, guy. Justin says, I will say a lot of people got tackled the way they do on TV. Oh, he says, if a lot of people got tackled the way they do on TV, it would hurt. Yeah.
Okay. So
Gary does say Emily feels the same way.
About what, flopping?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do think it appears softer than it probably actually feels for the lads.
Okay.
Out there.
All right.
But Justin says, but yes, they do try to gain advantage sometimes. Yeah.
Yep. I figured it was something like that.
It's a key part of the game there.
Ooh, look at this.
I mean, it's literally the same thing in basketball, though. I mean, if you think about it, like, it's literally the same thing in basketball.
Yeah.
They're flopping because they're trying to get a foul.
Trending on Twitter this morning is, who is Alina Kabeva? She is a gymnast rumored to be Putin's girlfriend.
I love how these are the things we find out during this time.
No, I'm just looking at what's going on in the world.
No, I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
I'm just blaming that's a headline.
or it's a Twitter trend, which
that's true.
Is that a headline?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Did I miss anything today? What are all y'all talking about? Val says just started streaming Love Boat to see all the actors when they were younger.
Oh yeah, that's true. Did you ever see that show, Matt?
No, I had no idea. When I read the story, I had no idea what it was about.
It was a big hit in mid-70s, like 76, 70.
Oh yeah, so right in my childhood.
Right in your wheelhouse, yeah. It was a cruise ship, a Love Boat, and they had Captain Steubing, played by Gavin McLeod. Then they had Isaiah the bartender. They had Julie the cruise director. So and they just followed these people, and really there were famous guest stars who would be on the boat for the week, from other TV shows. Mm-hmm. And it was all about how they, would fall in love and discover this and discover that.
So was it reality or was it scripted?
No, it was scripted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But now it's a reality show?
Yes. Now it's going to be a reality show, which, I don't know. I've kind of had it with reality shows.
You love reality shows when they're on.
What reality show do I watch?
That show, Upper Deck? What's that show called? That was on at Doug's house that time? You sat there and watched like 12 episodes in a row. We couldn't get you off the couch.
All right, number one, I don't think I watched 12 in a row.
It was during a party. You just sat there watching episodes.
Well, look, I can't mingle the way I used to, right? So I sit
What kind of an excuse is that? It's not a full contact sport, mingling. What do you think? We all tackle each other and sprint to the next person, do a front flip?
But you all stand
Hey, how are you doing? All right, I'll be right back. And then
you
we
all
go and
stand
jump
up and
over
talk.
hurdles.
Can I speak?
Do you have something to say?
Can I speak now?
What do you want to say?
Well, I don't want to
Go
say it. You all stand up and mingle and move around. I can't. I got to sit down after a while.
Sit at the table, bro.
Okay,
There's a table right next to where we're all standing, bro.
Okay, bro.
It's in the kitchen, bro.
So anyway, I'm sitting on the. Then why is the TV on?
Because it's Doug's house and the TV's always on. You know that.
Right.
You know that. Yeah.
So I was at a party. I was sitting on the couch. They've got this reality show on TV. So what? You're gonna come down on me because I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's interesting. I haven't watched it since.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a single episode.
We'll see. I'm not home right now. How do I know that you didn't spend the entire day yesterday watching reality TV?
I am not watching reality shows.
Netflix,
which, by
I think,
the way,
has some reality TV shows. I don't
which,
know.
by the way, are not reality. They're all scripted, or they have something, right?
It's
come on.
not full. It's not full reality, but yeah, I know.
Everything you see on Survivor is not real,
I haven't
they
watched Survivor
manipulate
in a very long time, so
or
I do not know.
any of those shows. They manipulate it. They pick out the best of this and the other. So.
Gary says the best is when soccer players go down to kill time. In Portugal, one of the players picked up the hurt player and carried him over to the sideline. Hilarious. Yeah, that's a part that's really annoying that I've noticed at the end of soccer games is the team that's up just wasting the time. So, and you can get a card for that. And I feel like the refs should give cards way more frequently when people are wasting time.
Oh wow.
I don't think they give enough cards, but you can get a yellow card for wasting time. But I think they need to be more aggressive with the yellow cards when it comes to that.
Does it bug you as a fan when they have extra time?
No, because that's part of the game. Well, I mean, I don't consider myself a fan yet. I'm just saying that, it's the reason they don't stop the clock when like a player gets hurt or when there's substitutions is because there's going to be extra time.
Right.
Yeah. Right,
like
Justin and Gary? All right.
When I cover high school soccer, it bugs me because once you get down to 5 minutes left in the contest, the clock stops. So nobody knows how much time is left except the guy in the field.
That's different though. In at least watching it, the clock goes and they actually count extra time. It's still up to the ref though to end the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know doing high school games, you're sitting there and you're like, okay, so we're in the final few minutes and only the ref has the time. So you just keep calling play-by-play until you hear a double whistle. And it's it's crazy. So anyway, there's my beef.
I'm enjoying it though. I haven't had, I don't know if I missed any soccer games. I haven't watched a good soccer game in a couple days now.
What's up? Saturday, right? Saturday.
Well, today. Today I got the
you got one today.
men's national team, yeah. Danny says it's still 2 yellows equals a red. Yes. As far as I know, with my limited soccer knowledge, yes, it is.
Yellow card, red card.
And Gary said he got a yellow card for carrying the player over to the sideline. Come on, he's just trying to keep the game going. He was just helping out. He was helping out a guy there. It was probably quicker to get some medical attention if he carried him over to the sideline.
Oh, I missed this one last night. The Patriots have signed Malcolm Butler to a 2-year deal.
I did see that, yeah, which is interesting because the reason he left was a little drama with Bill. So he's back though, which I mean, pretty good. He's not going to replace J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson was phenomenal. So it still stinks that we lost him. But
where'd he go? Raiders? Can't remember.
No, Chargers. That's right.
Chargers.
Yeah.
And how about I don't know how to take this because
I'm surprised you didn't bring it up. To be honest,
I know they've never done stuff like this. The Dolphins signed Tyreek Hill yesterday.
Now, let me ask you this: I heard one theory as to why maybe they're making a lot of these moves. All this came out about the owner making the team lose on purpose.
Oh.
So is it because he was kind of busted? He's like, all right, well now we actually have to try to win, and now they're going out to actually get players. But I mean, the Dolphins are making moves. Dolphins got a pretty good team. A lot of things I'm seeing though is that Tua now has no more excuses. This is the year Tua proves himself. Whether or not he can start in the league because he has all the weapens and they got an offensive lineman, I believe, at least one.
They did.
Really
they picked up someone from the Saints.
So it's all on Tua this year.
I'm not used to my team making these moves. I'm like, damn, they're pretty good.
And they got Teddy Bridgewater, which I think is interesting because I think that's kind of like a, hey, Tua, better play because if not, then we'll find somebody else because this is your chance here.
I was not a fan of them getting a new coach. They fired Brian Flores, brought in a new guy whose name I haven't memorized yet.
I think it's Mike McDaniels or something like that. Yeah. Something close to that.
I don't know. Has he been able to get the owner to open up his wallet, or are you right?
I'm curious to see how this coach does because he's a film nut. Like he's very into the game.
Right.
But he's also like He's pretty like when it comes to talking, he's very like laid back, pretty.
He's laid back. He's out there. He'll go off.
Yeah,
on...
he kind of seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about, but then he does know what he's talking about. So it's, I don't know. It's your Dolphins are making moves. Gary says, "Congrats, Pete. Now you can beat the Patriots. Let's slow the roll there. We'll see. We'll see what happens."
I believe we beat them once last year.
We got a quarterback named Mac Jones who gave up ice cream, so it's going to be a completely new season. When you're on and off ice cream, okay?
You haven't signed anybody in the offseason.
Hey, take it easy.
Malcolm
Take
Butler.
it easy. We got some people, you know.
Max giving up ice cream.
We got some good players, man. Yeah. We got some good players who had their first year with the Patriots last year. Now they're a little bit more comfortable in the Patriots program. So I mean, we'll see. I think Kendrick Bourne is a lot better. I mean, he was good last year. I think he has the potential to be great. I like Kendrick Bourne. We'll see what happens.
I saw somebody post on Facebook this morning. I was checking it before the show. That wondered when did the NFL like turn into fantasy football? Because like this offseason's been wild.
It's going to be so. And I think the past couple of years have been similar. It's going to be so fun to get back to the like when the regular season starts and you're like, okay, who the hell is the quarterback for the Broncos? Russell Wilson? Like what? Everything is crazy. It's going to be a lot of new players in new places.
Yep. And we still don't know where Garoppolo is going to land.
True. I mean, there's still more moves to be made.
How would you feel if you're Jimmy Garoppolo, you're making millions, but I mean, how would you feel if you realize your team wants to get rid of you?
I wouldn't want to be in San Fran anymore. He's probably hoping for a trade because for some reason, I mean, I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. I don't think he's phenomenal, but he wins games somehow. You know, he finds ways to win games, and like he doesn't really get the respect that he deserves in that aspect, which is kind of weird because I mean he made it to a Super Bowl and he beat the Packers in the playoffs, which like no one thought he was going to do. Like he's done some pretty crazy things, made it to the NFC Championship, and I don't know, kind of weird that San Fran really wants to move on. They better hope this Trey Lance is as good as they think he is.
Right.
Because they're kind of betting the house on him, just like Tua. We'll see.
That's about all I got. What are you up to today? You house sitting with the boys?
Yeah, I'm hanging with Doug a little bit today. Doug's trying to get me to do some manual labor, help him put a floor down, which for some reason, every time I come down, he tries to get me to do something like that. Which
yeah.
So I guess I'm laying a floor today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Like I said, we have our first rainy day here in. It's been at least 4 or 5 days, I think. So first rainy day, and this is we have to pick up Charlie's food by a certain time. Because by the way, dog lovers, which
right,
I know we got a few dog lovers here. Charlie's having his procedure tomorrow, and he's spayed, right? The females are No, he's neutered. The females are spayed.
Got it. Yes.
So, yeah, Charlie's got his neuter appointment tomorrow. Sometime between, he has to be there between 7:30 and 8. So, I'll be a wreck during tomorrow's show. But I think
Trish will be a wreck. Trish is going to miss him.
He's like, he gets no food after a certain time, no water after
Which
a
is
certain
tough
time.
because I think it's like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 p.m. He
6
can't
or
get
8.
food. But the thing is, Charlie likes to eat at like 10:30 at night. So the poor guy's probably going to be a little hungry. Maybe you can convince him to eat a little bit early today. Put the bowl in front of him. Yeah.
So he's going to go off. And then I don't know. I said to Trish this week, I said, hey, what do you want to do Saturday? Let's do something fun Saturday. So I came up, we could try this, we could try that. And then I thought, we're going to have a drugged out dog at home. Maybe we should. I'll look for some movies.
Maybe not on Saturday because he would have be all day Friday. Maybe he won't be maybe he'll want to go for a walk at like Fort Tabor or something.
Cat did. You think
with a cone around his neck, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the procedure and how it limits dogs.
Cat did offer to watch. Cat did offer to babysit Saturday. So.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we'll do something.
Nice.
Anyway, whatever you get. Do you have anything else today?
Nope.
All right. Whatever you're getting into today, I hope it's a good day for you, a successful day. And as we always say at the end of the show, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.